Hello everyone!
Hi!
We're back with a brand new season of What a K-Drama. I'm Kathleen.
My name is Ilse.
And this time we took quite a bit to come back. We know, we are aware.
I mean, we had some big changes.
Big changes, as you may have noticed. We're not together side by side anymore,
We broke up.
unfortunately. We didn't break up.
We divorced.
We're distant now. We're in a distant relationship, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We see each other every once in a while.
That's true. That's true. Usually it's on a little trip to a different country, even.
Well, this is almost think that we're married or something.
As they should. Because emotionally
exactly.
we are.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, absolutely. So we're back with a new season. We had a chance to watch series, to get a bit of content done as well. And yeah, so we're gonna start this season with a drama that made us cry a lot.
I'm telling you, I feel like I cried every single episode of this one. It was insane. And
it was intense.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is, what was it? Uncontrollably Fond all over again.
I didn't cry that much with Uncontrollably Fond, if I'm honest.
I did.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I was like, well, this is sad, but, it's fine. But with this one, I was like, tears. I think I didn't cry this much since I watched, what was it, with Shinmina and Suno. Oh my God, what's the name? Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha.
Oh, yeah.
Same. It was just cry and cry and cry.
Usually I don't watch series that make me cry this much.
Yeah.
But this was...
yeah, we're just masochists. That's it.
Yeah. But I also don't think I would rewatch it, if that makes sense.
I don't think so. I think I closed my cycle. On top of that, it took me about...
half a year?
I would say a couple of months to finish it, and I was on the last 3 episodes because the first episodes were heavy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my time to finish this up. Finished it 2 days ago, and I was an emotional mess. Yeah. So not rewatching. Love it though. The cast was incredible. All of the story is wonderful. All of that, but I just want to rewatch it. We should actually say the name of this drama.
I was just gonna ask, have you mentioned which series that we're talking about?
We haven't.
Okay,
we're speaking about 39. I keep calling it 35 for some reason.
I think it's because of the 29, 25.
Oh my God, yes. I think they were airing at the same time. Yeah, probably.
Well, maybe at the beginning, but it certainly did not end at the same time. Yeah. So we watched 39, which is, as you may or may not know, a series about 3 friends who are in their 30s. One of the friends, unfortunately, gets a diagnosis that she has terminal cancer.
Yeah.
And the whole series is about them dealing with that diagnosis, how they're dealing with, basically preparing for her passing away, and, just the struggles in their own lives and jobs and stuff. So. It
is depressing, but the acting is just incredible.
Yeah, that's very true.
The full drama, it's depressing because it is cute at times because it gets candid with their relationship and all of that. However, a lot of the storylines are just sad.
Yeah. I think what makes it so sad is that they're all in such different stages of their lives, but they all have their own struggles, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So why don't we introduce the first character?
Okay.
You want to go for it?
Well, I can, I suppose.
I feel like she's one of yours.
Yes. So Son Ye-in, she's one of my OGs. I'm not gonna lie, watching every single drama of hers, and I found out about K-dramas. So she plays Cha Mi-jo. Then we have Jung Mi-do. Love her. Discover her through Hospital Playlist, and I'm obsessed with her acting. She is the full package. She can act. She can sing. She can do anything. Yeah. She is Chung Jung-young. We have Kim Ji-hyun. I haven't seen many dramas with her, I'm gonna be honest. However, she is so good.
I love her so much in this. I swear to God, she's such an underdog, And she's so innocent and naive and like
yes.
love her to bits.
But have you seen her in other dramas?
No. I think I wrote a feature about her.
Okay.
And she has had quite a few different roles, but I think this is one of her bigger ones.
Yes, it's just probably not in my genre.
No? Not that I recall, no.
Yeah, well, she plays Jang Jo-hee. Then we have Young Woo-jin playing Kim Song-woo. Then we
Christian
have,
boy.
Yes.
A good
then we
proper
have
Christian boy.
Im Woo-sang playing Kim Ji-sok. And then we have Lee Tae-hwan. Also, I've seen him in a couple of dramas. He's getting more popular roles now. He plays Park Hyun-jun. And then we have Am So-hee playing Kim So-woon. And her story is just sad as well.
Yeah. Even the side characters have sad storylines. Like,
yes. Now, do you want to give me the basis of the drama, who wrote it, storyline?
Sure. So the drama 39 was written by Yoo Young-ah and directed by Kim Sang-ho, and it was for the JTBC network and has only 12 episodes. The drama aired from like February till end of March in 2022. And the writer, Yoo Young-ah, also wrote the screenplays for Encounter, for Kim Ji-young, born 1982, and the film Miracle in Cell Number 7. So the writer has experience with...
in depressing stories, 100%.
Making you bawl your eyes out.
I'm gonna... Encounter, I could not finish. It was so intense that I could not finish. I was like, woman. Yeah, the main character was actually driving me insane.
That's Kim with Joy, right?
Which one?
No? Encounter. Is that the one with Joy?
No, that's with Park Bo-gum. And yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The one that they go to Cuba and they meet in Cuba, you know, all the storyline.
Yes.
Yeah. The CEO, all of this. Anyway, that one. And then Park Ji-young, born in 1982. That's probably one of my favorite Korean movies. It's like
it's good.
It's really, really good.
I still have to read the book.
I actually haven't read the book, but the characters, the full story were like amazing.
Mwah.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. So, should we talk about the drama and the families?
Yes.
Okay. Hit me up.
So, our three leading ladies.
Yes.
Have...
two besties.
Yeah, the three besties. And it's important that they're besties. You kind of see how in their youth, how they become besties.
Yeah.
Which is honestly a thing only teenagers can do.
In fairness, yeah. Sort of like, I'm going to follow you.
I'm going to follow you in some way. And it's totally not creepy.
No, and then we're going to become besties for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Literally.
For like the next 20 years or so. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, true friendship.
So, our leading lady, Cha Mi-jo, she is adopted and has had, quite a bit of trouble still dealing with that. She has a lot of anxiety. She, I wouldn't necessarily call it depression. I think it's mostly anxiety with her.
Yes, and I would think that she just needs to resolve that
trauma.
I think that I think that she just wants to find out the whys, which is kind of understandable. I think she reached that point in her life, and it's not that she lacked love or anything, because the parents were actually amazing with her and gave her the love and accepted her how she was when she was a child and all of that. It's just that she just wanted to, I think she wanted to conclude that part of her life, which took her a while, and
Yeah, but it also didn't help that the mother of one of the three girls, kind of kept the secret, the biggest secret from her.
Yes, but I totally understand why she kept the secret.
Well, yes, if you've watched the series, then yes, totally, of course.
Yeah, it's like her mom was iffy. Okay, she was not a great person.
No. Regardless.
Yes, we can rant about the mother.
Is a a beautician. She has her own beauty clinic, and she's planning to take some holidays to go to the States to play some golf. which is still such a random obsession to me, but
she
never
very
gonna get
rich.
golf.
That's a sport that rich people will play.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Do I understand it? No.
I still don't see the emotion of it, but that's because we're not rich.
I feel like we're just shading ourselves at this point.
Basically. Yeah.
Anyways, she's planning to go to the States. She hired someone, a good Christian boy, Kim Sonu, to replace her as the director of the beauty clinic. And I'm calling him good Christian boy because
he kind of looks like one.
He looks like one. He behaves like one.
Yeah. And for the first episodes, those outfits was giving me he was going to become a priest or something.
Yeah, he's like youth pastor. You know?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
They meet in a orphanage where our girl, Miju, was staying for a while before she was adopted. And he also has ties with that orphanage because his younger sister, who was adopted, also was there for a while. They meet, sparks fly, they don't know how they're connected yet with the beauty clinic because which I don't understand. Like, she hired him, but she doesn't know.
I don't think she actually did the interviews, or maybe I think she actually hired a person to hire him.
Oh, but you would think that you'd have at least one interview with each other.
I'm just telling you, the K-drama world is small. They even had a wine at the stand, and next day, well, hello, I'm your replacement. That is a nightmare.
Either. Let's not think about it too hard. They meet at the clinic again, and they're like, oh my god, hi!
Well, hi! Well, I know you'll be too well, you know.
Take me to church, Papa, you know. Anyways, sparks fly. They're kind of intrigued by each other, you know. They might go on a date or something.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Then, next storyline is our girl, John Changyeon. Yeah. She is the one that gets the terminal diagnosis, which heartbreaking. Like, come.
The full moment where she finds out and how she finds out, it's just
it's just
intense.
Yeah. Also, like the fact that the doctor told Miju about Chanyeong's diagnosis.
I know, but I get it because she's also a doctor.
No, still not okay. No.
Yeah, I understand your point, but I do think that he was like closer with her. It might not be the most professional, ethical thing to do, but I do understand because she was the one that pushed her to get the checkup, anyways.
I mean, yes, but as a doctor, you took an oath.
That is very true. That's very true, but obviously he didn't remember that.
Cases. Honestly, fired. If it was my hospital, fired.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't play golf, so I don't have a hospital, you know.
Basically, yeah.
Tragic. Our girl Chanyeong is an acting coach. And she's also in... Well, is it really a relationship that she had with Kim Jin-sok?
Well, it's not a relationship. They're like platonic lovers,
platonic,
I suppose.
But the dude's married, and he's very much with a child. Emotionally.
He is just emotionally heavily involved with her, and they have like a relationship. However, he never cheats on the wife physically. Mentally, yes.
But
physically, no.
It depends on your definition of cheating. Because
of course.
I would consider emotional cheating.
Yeah, but the thing is that the wife also had a lot of baggage on her, you know.
The wife is a piece of work, that is for sure.
Yes.
But
so that relationship was toxic to begin with, you know? And I think that our girl might have been like the moment where he was like, okay, I need a break from this, because I think she wasn't even the best mother, the wife.
Oh no, she was a horrible mother.
So I think that he was with her out of necessity because of the kid. And the full thing is that they were platonic. And they were like the first love from each other. You know, each other's first love. And
yeah, but
it's hard.
I mean, like what? The kid is like 8, 9 during the series?
I think so.
You think that in like 8 years you'd have time to, divorce.
Yeah, but let's call this cultural differences, as we always say.
Perchance, do I still think it's BS? Quite.
Okay, fair enough. So
Let's talk about our last girl.
Yeah.
Juhee is working.
She works in like department store.
Yeah, in like Lotte department store.
Yeah, in like the cosmetics part. Where she sells
in like very bougie little segments.
Yeah.
She does her best. She's very nice. I actually don't know what happened with her dad.
I think we actually find out that. I don't remember that. The only thing is that she's very close with her mom. She actually still lives with her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom was sick before, and then her and her two of her friends, they both looked after the mother.
Yeah.
They're like besties, literally besties.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They look after each other and their families.
Yeah.
And she's just so soft.
She's so soft, and she's so single. And she's...
Yeah, but she will be so easy to convince. It's like she's so sensitive and emotional that I'm like,
I love her. She's so
it must be
cute.
so hard for her to be in a relationship. Like,
Yeah, probably.
Well, anyways, in this drama, she meets a guy, like a younger guy, and he is very cute.
Such a cutie patootie.
100%. I really like that I ship them from the beginning. I think I told you, like, I'm shipping them. Even if you don't like the age gap, I still ship them.
I think it did not seem like an iffy age gap.
Well, I think it was probably still in her 20s. And he's like late 20s. And she wasn't say like mid to late 30s.
So like, say 7 years. Either way, he seems like an adult.
Okay. I feel like you're just ignoring that fact.
Maybe I just, what's the word?
You're biased.
I'm biased. That's it.
Fair enough.
Hypocritical. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. I'm just a big hypocrite. I love them together. I think the whole Nuna relationship between those two, adorable.
It's cute
also,
because
I think it was such a cute way to like establish their relationship, because at first they're like friends and he looks to her for like advice.
Yes.
And she like appreciates his advice as well. And it's just wholesome.
It's very cute. She was like an older sister, but then he became like interested in her. Romantically. He had broken up with the girl though.
Yes, thank God. Because that would not.
So, he's a good boy.
He's a very good boy, but not a good Christian boy. That's our boy Sonu.
Yeah, so those are our three besties.
Mm-hmm. So, three besties, the three love interests.
Yes. But in this drama, they also speak about several mental health issues, and that's something we both liked about it. So let's just start this off.
Yeah.
So one of the first things is that they talk about how Miju has like anxiety and panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she doesn't even tell anyone, if I'm not wrong. I think that the only one that notices that she's struggling is like her love interests. What was his name again? Yeah, Sonu. I think that he's the only one to find out, because she doesn't want to worry her friends because they already have a lot going on. But it was so heavy seeing her going through that.
I think it's kind of interesting that they both were like not really aware of her dealing with so much emotionally.
Yeah.
Because she was planning to go abroad and they had like no idea why.
Yeah, she had like insomnia and everything, didn't she?
Yeah. Like she was taking sleeping pills and stuff. That's not something that, you can keep secret for like 20 years.
But she did. She's good.
Like that's pretty insane. That's
a lot. And I think that her friend's sickness, the illness, just triggered all of that, and it just became like panic attacks. I think himself got even worse, and then she found like shelter in her relationship with Sonu. Right?
Yeah, good Christian boy.
Christian boy. And then all of that was like, I have to give her, the acting was amazing, which is an incredible actress, but oh my God, you would cry with her. It was so intense.
The scene she had with the wife of, what's his name? Jin-suk?
Yes.
And on her like socks outside of the apartment building. Chills. Because
when she was literally having a panic attack and she was like, it was so intense. It was so intense. And this woman, I just despised her in that moment. I was like, why are you so mean?
It's like, how are you? How dare you?
She's literally begging you and having a panic attack while begging you, and you're still like, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. You know. It was like,
it's just tragic. But just acting skills for days.
It was intense. I also really like, I have to talk about how the little, I don't know if she's the magnet, but Chohee, how she was treated as
I think she's the eldest, though.
I don't remember, but she was treated as if she was the youngest all the time.
That's because emotionally she is.
Yeah, so the thing is that I remember one of the last episodes, she actually spoke with Miyu and told her, like, look, I feel like you guys just don't trust in me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I felt like that was such an important moment for their relationship, because she also was scared that what was going to happen with her, with their relationship with Miyu and her relationship with China.
When they were 2 and no longer 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a very cathartic moment. I think, it's like I said, it was very important for their, like, continued friendship.
I think so because I think she was also dealing with her own problems. She was also dealing with her issues with, like, work. She had quitted her job. She also had to look after her mother. And I do think that also her mental health wasn't the best. And I think both of her friends were kind of like her backups, or those that were there to support her. Yeah. But neither of them seemed to be available.
Yeah.
So I think that was such an amazing scene when she was like, I want you to trust in me as well.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting to see how their, like, friendship dynamic worked. Yeah. Because I feel like Juhi was somehow always on the fringes of things.
Yes, but I think that it was because she took, and I completely understand that from Miyu and Chaeyoung, because you tend to want to protect people when you think that they can't take it. And I do that as well. Sometimes I leave some people that I care about on the side because I just don't want to worry them with my issues. Mm-hmm. So from that thing, it's just your protective instinct makes you do that, basically. Ain't the best? Yes. It's not because, friendship, you should be able to share. They've been together for like 20 years as friends. You should be able to be transparent. Hmm. But I think that it was because of that.
I think partially because of that, but I also think just the other two were a bit closer emotionally. I don't know if it's necessarily because they were more on the same page or not, but I still felt like Juhi was, like, if you're in a triangle friendship, it kind of felt a little bit unbalanced. Like, she was more the one reaching out than the other two reaching out to her. Which is why justice for my girl Juhi. Yes. Because
second that.
I love her. And she's just protect.
100%. 100%. Yeah, their dynamics, I do agree in that. It was sometimes they both sort of like were like fully transparent with her and didn't share all of it. But I think it was because they thought that she couldn't take it. I think they didn't want to bother her. And then Miyu was taking more than she could. And then Chaeyoung was doing exactly the same thing. She was dealing with her own illness and the pain and all of that already. Mm. So, and she was also dealing with like heavy depression. Over the last episode, she was like, okay, I need to get like my picture done. I need to do all of this. And that was just so heavy and emotionally intense.
If you're personally not in a good state, I would not suggest watching this.
Just don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Do it on a good day.
Yeah. Or like a good week. Yeah. Like the best month of your life.
Don't binge watch it. Don't binge watch it. Because this is
quite heavy.
You're going to be dehydrated. Like, it's not good. It's not good for your health. Don't do it.
Okay. So what else do we have to talk about?
Let's talk about the type of relationships. Because there was quite a bit of controversy around Chanyeong's relationship with the married, what's his name? Jin Suk.
Yeah. Because I know there was a lot of controversy.
Y'all.
Give me your point of view, because First of all, he's gorgeous.
I mean, he totally is gorgeous. Does that excuse him? No.
Okay.
The first couple of episodes, I legit did not know how to feel about their relationship because I felt so iffy about it.
They were friends. They were really good friends.
Yeah, no.
I think he was married.
He wanted.
He wanted to cross the line, but she didn't let him. And I think that's important.
That's bad. I mean,
because she didn't let him. I mean, she was in love with him.
I mean,
all of that.
Good for her. Like, yes, backbone girl. The fact that he wanted to do it is just as bad as cheating.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I guess cultural differences that maybe divorcing is not as easy in Korea because you have so much.
I don't think it was even that. I think it was the family, his family. And all of that, and he didn't want, he was more about the kid and all of that.
Yeah, but the kid, if he had the thought that the kid needed a mother, she wasn't a mother to start with. How could you even think that?
She was a biological mother, so I suppose it was that. And I mean, it was a figure. It wasn't the best figure, but she was there.
Find a different figure. He's rich enough. Hire a nanny.
Oh my god. Well, their relationship altogether was they were really in love, and you cannot deny that they were actually in love with each other. And he literally broke me the last episodes, because in one part he says, I just want to still be your husband even when you go. And I was like, oh my god,
that's why he should have divorced 4 years ago.
Before you found out that she was going to pass.
Exactly.
Well, anyways, it was the relationship. I know it was controversial because he was married. He had a kid, even though it wasn't his. But it was still.
I think it was so controversial because it felt like it was glorifying cheating, basically.
At a certain point, emotional cheating, 100%. However, I think that they were just platonic lovers, and then I feel like
platonic lovers. That is such a that sentence doesn't make any sense.
It's the only way I can describe them, because they weren't together, but they were together emotionally.
Yeah. So just divorce. It's not fair on anyone who's in this love corner or love triangle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just bite through the apple.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough year, but then afterwards you get to be with each other. And
it was, did you let it out? You seem quite stressed.
Look, this comes from childhood trauma. What can I say? Cheating is not good.
It's not okay.
We don't support in this house.
Yes. So their relationship was quite controversial. At the end, he gets divorced. I think they get married, and she passes away.
No, I don't think they get married.
Do they? I think they did. No,
I think she didn't want to.
I don't remember if they did or they didn't. Anyways, but I think he still lives in her apartment, and they have a bunch of pictures together.
Yes.
And it's like he is emotionally married, anyways.
Yeah, he's a widower,
mentally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about Miju and her Christian boy. Good Christian boy.
A Christian boy, yes.
I think they had a very wholesome relationship.
Yes, they did. Actually, yeah, it was a quite balanced and mature relationship. I have to mention that, because they both helped each other out. It was it wasn't just her taking his help, but he was also taking her help. So
yeah,
yes,
like
that was a
he
really good relationship actually.
was there for her when she was having like her anxiety attacks. He, gave her space when she wanted space. He was very present without being like very smothering, and she was very like understanding of him and his story. She was very helpful with his sister, who was also adopted and was going through like a rough patch because their dad was being
bad. It was horrible.
So many curse words right now.
Yes, 100%. But we
tried.
Like,
yeah, we tried. Anyways, so I think very wholesome, balanced relationship, like exactly what she needs.
Yeah.
And the end is so cute. Like, oh my god. Can we discuss the big spoiler? Okay.
We have done plenty of spoilers.
So at the end, they adopt a little boy who's been in the orphanage for like years, and it just
adorable, because this also little boy was the one he was like, look, she's single and she's good, you should go for her. So it's like
right in the heart. Like, so wholesome, very cute. Love. 100%. And then we already spoke about Juhi's relationship, which is very cute. And like at the end, like this, he has a Chinese restaurant. He's a chef, and she has a nail salon. Yeah, and they kind of just like each other. Goals as well. So cute.
Yes,
so cute. Also, it was one of Chanyang's wishes for Juhi, and she did. So
yeah. Well, if we didn't mention, but Chayoung, she had like a list of things she wanted to do before passing.
Yeah,
and she pretty much did them all. So yeah, it was it was super sad, but it did happen the way she wanted.
Let's give our overall opinions. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Yes. So I have a few things that I really loved about this drama. So the female friendship was at its best. They were just friendship goals. They were like super supportive with each other. It could have been better. We mentioned Josie for Chohi, but other than that, I love them.
They were very cute.
How they like laugh.
How they tried to party.
They did like all of these random. Oh, it was hilarious. They tried to do like all of these things together, and it was
very, very
so
cute.
wholesome. It was so wholesome. Yes. Also, the romantic relationships felt like very mature and well balanced, and it should have been like that because they are 39. You know what I mean? So love that, and I also really like that all of the three of them had such a different personalities. They were so different from each other. You had like Chayan was more in the middle, more neutral. Then you had like Chohi being more like the Magne vibes, and then Miho trying to mother everyone. So that was like also very interesting. Also, the parental relationships display. I like that in this series, they're not romanticizing good relationships with your parents. You have ups and downs, you disagree. They do all of that, but it's not perfect. And I like that in this drama, because the Korean dramas tend to be like, oh yeah, let's make it perfect. And it's not really like that all the time. And I think they're getting better as the time passes. Like a topic I've seen a lot these days. And it's that the relationships, especially the parental relationships, are more real. And it shows like, the perfect family, because in reality, there is not just...
What I thought was interesting is that even though they're like 39, they still have such a close relationship with their parents without them like knowing everything about your life. You know what I mean?
But I think that that's how it should be, though. Like, you should have a close relationship with your parents even at that age without them stepping in your personal boundaries because you're an adult. Yeah, so I feel like that was good. Another thing that I really love about this drama was how they were normalizing adoption. So adoption is not very common in the K-drama world. That's just a fact. It's not very common. I don't know why. And then I love how they normalize that. How they normalize like adopted people are the same.
Yeah.
They're just the same. Your sons or your daughter as you've had them. So I like how they're normalizing all of that. So those are things that I really, really like. Talk about you.
Liked the fact that it passed the Bechdel test in like the first episode. Kudos to that. Kudos to that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First couple of minutes.
And I like that there was so much focus on the female friendships. I wish that we had gotten a bit more focus on Chanyeong, because I feel like despite her being the one with the terminal diagnosis, we saw Miju's story. I mean, yes,
the main character.
Should it not have been Chanyeong?
I think in this case, I think that all of them three should have had enough time to have like a full-on story. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like in the case of Miju, right? I think sometimes they drag too much on her mental state, and you had like these long shots of her breaking down. Acting skills, by the way, amazing. But they were fairly long. They could have been shorter. And I think that time could have been focused on the other two and like how they're dealing with their mental struggles, because a lot of them just were like mental struggles and it was a lot of mental health. But they focused a lot on her emotions, and you could see like long scenes or an episode that lasts 5 minutes would be her literally crying her eyes out or having a panic attack.
Yeah,
and
they could have
done that a little better.
I think balanced it a bit more.
Yeah, because I think
she definitely had a lot going on. She was dealing with a diagnosis that was like, oh, you have X amount of time to live.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to see more of Juhi. Like, I'm biased, right? Juhi's my girl.
Yes, I would have loved to see how her relationship developed, because we know that they liked each other and then got together, and I was like, when did this happen?
More of that.
Where is
also
nothing?
Where is the sudden interest in the nail salon coming from?
Actually, she kept telling them, "Let me do your nails. Let me do your nails." And they were like, "I'm not letting you do my nails."
We saw her do her nails. I think it was Chanyeong's nails once. No.
Yeah, and then she asked me, just never let her do her nails. So she was like, "Can I?"
But then you should have seen some like crazy nail art on her own nails. Wouldn't that have been amazing?
Oh my god. That would have been amazing, but I think she got towards the last couple of episodes, she even got signed up into these nail classes or nail technicians and stuff. So we could have had also more time for that.
I would have liked to see her role be a bit more expanded, because she did a great job at portraying her, and I think amazing. It's just a bit of a shame, really. Also, I think
absolutely.
It would have been interesting to see a bit more of the dynamics between Miju and Juhi and Chanyeong and Juhi, because we only saw like very brief glimpses of those relationships outside of their like triangular friendship. Yeah. So I think we saw a lot of Chanyeong and Miju, which I get, they're besties, but then
and towards the end, you see Miju and Chohee sort of trying.
It felt so awkward.
But
it felt really awkward to watch.
It did, and it was like, was Chaeyoung like the glue?
I don't know, but it's like At the very end, when Chanyeong's passed away, we see Juhi and Miju watch like a series or something together, drink a beer, something that they used to do with like the three of them, and it just. It was like a physical pain.
It's just that the thing is that, think about it, you're friends for years, but then a common friend you have passed away. So somehow seeing that friend will remind you of that friend. So I think that from that point of view, it must be
It's just finding a new balance, I guess. Because if you're that amount of time in your friendship, you have a dynamic. You have a routine, and for that routine to just be like ripped apart like that. It just painful.
Sad. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have like, any other thing that you really, really loved?
I think the difference in like familial relationships was very interesting to see, because stories about like single moms usually are quite tragic, but Julie and her mom did just fine.
They were fine. The father.
No, it feels like we didn't see anything about the dad, but they did fine, and they're like, not struggling.
Absolutely.
It was great to see.
Yeah, they were like each other's support. And it was completely fine.
I feel like we saw like so many different stages of like family. Like we have Juhi and a single mom.
Absolutely,
we have Chanyoung with like a very happy parental relationship. They're still together, like, they still love each other very much. And then we have Michu, who's adopted, but still with a very loving family, and like an adopted sister as well. And it's just,
yeah. But what's interesting with her is like her parents, even though they were close, they really, really didn't talk a lot about everything. Like Chayoung with her parents, there's this they're all sleeping together and it's adorable. But Miju had like higher,
I think,
barriers.
Miju and her family are rich
with her parents.
Hence the golf.
Well, yeah. Money makes you.
It's that golf yard that is just dividing everyone.
Fair enough.
I think that's pretty much it on my end.
Okay, I also wrote things that could have been improved. I think we spoke about them briefly, but again, Juhi deserved more screen time. And then towards the end, I felt like there was these quite odd time jumps, especially in the last episode. I noticed it was like these big time jumps where she passed, but then they were in the funeral, and then she passed, but then they were like 2 months ago before she passed. And then I was like, stop hitting me with emotions. Give me a flow. I don't know if you noticed that as well, but
I noticed that there were some like crazy time jumps, but I didn't really have like a struggle following them.
I did, but maybe I was crying.
Maybe.
So it might have been that. Well, anyways, so I think that wraps it up for us. Do you think there was anything else that could have been improved in the drama?
I would have loved to see a couple more scenes, like the cake scene. I think that was insane and hilarious, and I would have loved to see a couple of extra of those.
Cute. Okay, so I think that wraps it up for 39. Remember, watch it on a good day or a good month.
Yeah, try spreading it a bit because it's a lot. And if you
want like a candidate story, yes. Well, if you want like candidate stories, extremely well developed characters and like female power, this drama's for you. And on that note, remember to follow us in all the socials, thekmeal.com. We're everywhere, including TikTok. And check our drama reviews. They're all on thekmeal.com. And we'll see you next time with another episode of What a K-Drama. Bye-bye.